Good evening everyone, Daniel Miller here. How are you all doing? Hope you had a good day. I certainly did. I had a lengthy sleep, a lot of good rest, had some strolls in the park, had a very good dinner, and I'm back now for a lengthy broadcast tonight. As said early in the week, you will remember that Treyarch Studios and Activision, together with PlayStation, are providing a free trial of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout. And this trial had started yesterday, on Thursday in fact, Thursday night I think, and I'm going to be engaging with the trial because quite a few people got back to me saying, hey, as you played PUBG, why not try Blackout? It is very similar. So I'm very curious to experiment with my strategies from PUBG within this forum. As you know, Blackout and Call of Duty is significantly different to Destiny and all the other games which I've been screening here. And I did tell you that PUBG broadcasts were coming soon, so I'm preparing for them as well. We have lots of broadcasts in fact to do, and PUBG and being built up. I'm already on my second character and about to polish up the finals. Then we get on with Destiny, the third character. My Titan. So all of that is to follow. But obviously, as you know, PlayStation and Xbox frequently provide free trials on certain games. And I had messages from several of my Instagram followers saying, well, why don't you just stream over the weekend at least a section of some of those free trials? So principally, I am going to be doing that from now on. The weekends are going to be a mixture of our Destiny broadcasts together with some free trials. In fact, I told you yesterday that I'll be doing also Resident Evil 2 Redux or remake. There's a demo out there and I had downloaded it and I will be also playing it and streaming it. So it will be very interesting because this demo is basically with no save points and you have to survive the entire mission without being killed. And I think altogether it lasts about 30 minutes from what I could gather. It had a very good reception and response from everyone. I've just looked at it. It looked astonishing graphics-wise, and it was very atmospheric, beautiful in-depth sound happening in some very large facility where lots of enemies are attacking Leon. So principally that is indeed very much of interest to me as well, and we are going to be providing a bit of a variety because you know what, when I play Destiny day in day out literally, then I get a bit tired sometimes, and I have to say I have been very tired after this week, although I had a lengthy break, but my broadcasts were lengthy and there were lots of difficult missions and a lot of activity also coming from our community. So, you know, we'll have to see, and I always leave everything to my community of viewers. So you guys can always email me, text me, message or tweet me and let me know whatever you like watching the best. The idea is to have a very large community of online video gamers and people who are loving different games, and also people who adore discussing everything gaming related in an open public forum. With a variety, we'll have a great engagement from our other fans and community members related to various other games as well. As you know, the vast majority here so far have been pegged to Bungie and Destiny, but you know, sometimes people come in after doing some other games as well. So coming back to what we are going to do tonight, first and foremost, we are going to be testing this trial of Blackout, and as you know, Blackout provides several modes, and I will be doing solo mode, the one which I have been professing on PUBG for a little while, and you know, it'd be quite interesting to see how they've done it, the Treyarch Studios, and also how it compares with the activity of PUBG, which I played on my tablet quite a lot during the last year, and I had some really good scores and some, as they would say, chicken dinners, which is what you get when you win those battle royale combat sequences and missions. And therefore I'm quite excited and curious to see how this is going to be. Are you guys also familiar with Blackout? Have you played any of those missions? I can see we have some community members up here already. Ibdo is here saying hello. I'm saying hello to Ibdo. How are you doing? Did you have a good day? Was your Saturday as good as the last one? Is your cold and flu better? Because you've had it early in the week and you said that you were bedbound. So I'm hoping that the temperature has subsided and that indeed you are feeling a lot better than the other day, and hopefully ready for all activities that are to follow next week. In fact, I can tell you we've had a bout of very cold weather over here, and we had about 2 or 3 days with below zero temperatures. We expected snow, but no snow arrived overnight, although the north of England, and Scotland have plenty of it. And in Scotland the temperatures dropped to, I think, -10, which was the record low temperature of this year. It was in Aberdeenshire. If you're familiar, it's somewhere above the central Scotland towards the northern section. And today it's been actually a bit warmer, and we had a bit of sunshine, but altogether it remains very misty, cold and wintry. So what better to do than to stay at home, which is obviously nice and warm, and then engage with some of the best video games on the planet. AIDS is here as well. Hello AIDS, how are you doing? AIDS says, hello, I'm your first viewer. And he says, let me see, Shadow Legion Gaming is here as well. Hello Shadow Legion Gaming, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining our community. As you will see, we have lots of Destiny players and Bungie fans here, but tonight a bit of a challenge with a new game, which is going to be obviously screened and tested, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout. And Aid said, let me see, wait, I beg your pardon. It's quite hard to read all the messages coming. Got it all on my display, and I really worry, you know, if there are several hundred messages coming in at once, what on earth would I do? I would not be able to read all of them, and I've seen that with some of my coming in and asking different things. But you know, it's quite difficult because one has to focus on the gameplay as well as obviously to read messages, and if they come in abundance, then indeed there is a bit of a difficulty. I salute all of my new community members who are obviously coming here today. I can see Shadow Legion Gaming is here, and I welcome you. Thank you for coming and joining us. Ibdo is here, Wade is here, and a few other people on other platforms, so thank you all for coming and joining. Hopefully it is going to be exciting and interesting, and really tonight is going to be like a classroom for anyone who wants to be doing Call of Duty Blackout, because I will be learning on basically all ins and outs of this game. I need to learn what to do, and indeed I'm quite familiar with PUBG and all the techniques in there, but I think Call of Duty is significantly different, and we are going to be playing solo missions. I actually tested it earlier today quite a bit, and I played it with a team of 4, and I just couldn't work out how to switch off the sound because everybody else could be heard, and I thought, well, if we were doing a public broadcast, that perhaps wouldn't be the best thing to do because the players are selected at random, and as you know, this is a family-friendly channel, so we don't want any abusive words to be said. And contrary to what we have with Destiny, I've got to say the vast majority of things I've heard from other guys were swear words because they were getting killed and they were rather unhappy. So you know, not really family friendly, at least not to be considered that way. And you see, Ibdo says, jumping on PUBG, you are really tempting me. Well, Ibdo, we are going to be playing PUBG here. We are going to be doing lots of missions, so you get ready, and you know, we do things together in a team if you want, or we'll be doing solos and then one against another, you know. So let's see. But I'm really quite curious to compare Call of Duty Blackout with PUBG. You know, I've heard a lot about it. There's been a lot of good reviews, and I think generally people who are great fans of Call of Duty franchise were really keen, particularly because in this instance there are lots of multiplayer facilities, so people can really do it together in teams, either randomly or according to the skill, or indeed within a crew which you build. And Ibdo says, I am PC for my PUBG. Well, is PUBG cross-platform? Do you know? I think they worked on that a little while back. I don't know whether it is or not yet. It was said that at one stage it will be, so I don't really know. We need to explore that as well. Well, if you're on PC, I'll be doing it on PlayStation 4 presently, you know. But maybe in due course. Maybe in due course I'll do PC gaming as well here. I mean, I'll be doing PUBG on PC. And Ibdo says, no, it is not cross-platform like Fortnite. Presently it isn't. Presently it isn't, but there's been some talk about it a little while back, so we'll see whether it materializes or not. Alright, so let's go firstly through a few bits of news. First of all, I want to tell you I had a wonderful evening yesterday. I purchased Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year Special Edition, and also Mass Effect Andromeda, and that was Recruiter Pack Platinum Edition. I got them on a price of £14, which means one was paid £6.50, the other £8, and that altogether was absolutely tremendous. One of the best bargains I had in many months. In fact, I nearly bought those two games in November on the price of £20, thinking, well, that was a good deal, because otherwise they would have been costing me almost like £100. They are quite expensive. Mass Effect is about 50, and I think the Dragon Age Inquisition about 45. Otherwise, you've obviously purchased them full price. So that was tremendous. It was bought on the last day of the January sales, and these are the games that I've been eyeing up, certainly for at least 3 months since their prices were reduced. So I'm very happy. I had no time to check them yet, and I have to say my space on PlayStation is somewhat lacking, because I have lots of games installed. I use PlayStation Now services for lots of live streams and saves, and therefore I think I'll have to be purchasing another massive big hard drive to keep everything going, because with the way things are going at the moment, there are so many games coming out, and there are many special offers and trials and demos and you name it. So I just hope that console platforming also will have some skins and some software available in the near future, so that we can make it really nice for everyone to view. I really don't like the fact that on my console I can't be doing clips, and you know, when I talk quite a bit, it's much nicer to watch certain clips and certain activities from other games, and that's what you can do on your PC. But in this instance, we always have to watch one static image. But on the other hand, I find that for myself personally to be perhaps a bit more focused. If you are watching lots of different clips, your attention kind of goes the other way, and therefore you miss out on some of the things which are being described and said. So either way, it is all very good. But as I said, I've not tried those two games yet. I'm really looking forward to do that as soon as possible, and particularly I want to try, well, it's hard to tell, the BioWare games. I love that developer, and as you know, we'll be doing Anthem later in the month, also produced by BioWare, one of the biggest games ever. The game which has taken, I think, the longest to produce, and they worked on it for almost 10 years. Literally from the word go, they started working on it after Mass Effect 2. And what I was going to say is, yeah, basically these two games I shall be also streaming. Very curious about Andromeda. It had very bad reviews and people hated it, and everyone I talked to said, I hate Andromeda, it's so much worse than the Mass Effect trilogy. And lots of people said the same thing about the Dragon Age 2 after playing the original, which was phenomenal. So you know, sometimes with those franchises and games there could be tricks and difficulties if they are taking somewhat a different course of action, if they're taking a different direction as well from what the gamers were used to. The same thing happened with Destiny 2, as you know, and it has been somewhat improved. Seppi's here as well. Hello Seppi, how are you doing? Very good to see you all here, and I'm particularly glad to see that there are some new people coming in. And Seppi, both, thank you for coming. This is a very popular channel, and generally people that come here are into sci-fi games, and presently particularly into Destiny 1 and 2, and these are the games I've been streaming most of my times here. And tonight it is a bit of a variety stream, as we are going to be engaging with Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and the multiplayer section called Blackout. Right, back to the news. So those are the two games I bought yesterday. Very happy with them, and really can't wait to try them. In addition to streaming Destiny and other games here, I'm presently also playing Red Dead Redemption, and I'm doing that on PlayStation Now. This is the Red Dead #1, and it has been polished up for use on PlayStation Now services, and I have to say it does look really amazing, a lot better. Also the sound quality is really in depth to what I experienced previously on Xbox 360 when it came out originally, which was about 9 years ago now, I think. And the only thing on PlayStation Now services which I noticed is that the picture was somewhat a bit darker than on the well, that's because it's not downloadable, you know, played off the PlayStation server, and it's you know, the images are very beautiful, very nice and bright generally. So it's just a very slight hint of greyish tint in there, but that's not interfering with the gameplay at all, and everything else is as it should be. So very, very enjoyable, and I played it last night after doing my Destiny stream, and I loved it. But you know what? I was going to be catching a guy there on a bounty, and I had to raise some money in order to play a poker game and purchase some land. And then every single time, after killing the enemy, or the guy who was wanted, and after returning back to the town, I got ambushed and got killed by his buddies, and I couldn't work out a strategy through which I could get rid of those buddies. So I had to replay quite a few times. This is insanely infuriating, because you really want to be doing it all in one go and carrying on the poker game and everything else. This was not to happen. So therefore I was stuck, maybe because I was a bit tired as well. But I'll do it either tonight or tomorrow, because I really want to get into that poker game, and I really want to get that land. And what's amazing to see is how the whole concept of, like you have with the Grand Theft Auto, with driving and the criminals and all this, is transported into the Wild West arena at the beginning of the last century. And as you know, the sequel has been rated one of the most successful releases of all times. Came out in November, I think, and it basically sold copies worth $725 million in 3 days, literally during the opening weekend, which is simply phenomenal. And no wonder that people really waited for the game for so long. And indeed, the developer excelled. I have not read a single, even lukewarm review on Red Dead 2. Everything was literally from very good to stellar. So, reviewing and revisiting the older game has been equally enjoyable. In addition to that, I have been preparing the entire selection of new things here on this channel. You will hear about them as they develop. I can just tell you at the moment I have some very interesting and very exciting surprises in stock. The only problem I have at the moment is the time factor. Everything seems to be very time consuming. A lot of admin and kind of legwork has to be done in order for everything to be going. So, it will all be presented to you as we go along. And the last bit of news, which I have been producing and promoting literally throughout the whole week. My favorite developer, BioWare, are to release Anthem, one of the biggest games of this decade. And the game is going to be released on the 22nd, I think, of February. And we are going to be able to enjoy the VIP demo from 25th of January, which is in about a week, at the end of this week, in fact. And I want to be playing Anthem literally from the word go, so that we can start on Legion of the Dawn edition, which has everything, and it also includes the founding member banner, or the founder banner as they call it, which then remains with anybody who had pre-ordered the game. So this is what I'm going to be doing. I'll pre-order the game before its release in order to get all the niceties on Legion of the Dawn edition, as well as this banner, the founder banner, which is going to be then displayed permanently on my profile throughout. So that is also very exciting. I'm currently running a small donor campaign in order to raise funds for my streams. As you know, there are some extra bits which I need, and the overall price of the special edition is £80, so not really a huge amount. And doing a small donor campaign is an experiment in here, and I'll really kind of look forward to seeing how this is all going to develop. So far I received a lot of support and interest. I was particularly encouraged to see that support small streamers hashtag on Twitch had picked me up, and lots of interest had come in. Lots of people have been retweeting and contacting me, basically supporting the channel and supporting the campaign, and therefore I have been literally overjoyed. Lots of these people are completely unknown to me, and as you could see, when properly connected to certain portals on the internet, and indeed if providing a high quality content, you can also receive a lot of good support from people who are completely unknown to you. So that is altogether wonderful. So my Anthem campaign is advertised and described on Twitch, on Twitter, and also on Instagram. And if you're interested, just access those and you'll have a look and you'll be able to get further information. The actual donations are very simple. They're all done through Streamlabs. every single donor who provides anything will be rewarded with a personalized reward. So I will give them their own award and reward of their own choice, and they will be able to choose it from quite a selection of video games, wallpapers and posters, as well as films on DVDs. So really, anybody interested who wants to support both this channel and my Anthem campaign, you can do so just by clicking on that Streamlabs link, which is on my Twitch profile. You go to information, you go to the donate banner, and then you can obviously provide whatever you can afford. It could be as little as 1 pence, and every one of those shillings and pence will be greatly appreciated by myself personally, by Twitch community, and everybody else who does online streaming literally on the internet. So these are the news. We have come now to the gameplay, and of course tonight the gameplay is going to be on Call of Duty 4 Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout, which is a multiplayer. Right, so let me just have a look at the messages coming in. Ipto said that I'm talking about PUBG, and therefore Ipto's playing PUBG on PC. And Ipto says Destiny 2 would automatically be better if Bungie removed Activision. Well, Ipto, you'll be pleased to hear that the divorce between those two companies that started about a week ago, which was happening. It was announced on Friday before last, and indeed they're no longer working together. So Destiny 2 from now on will indeed be completely divorced from Activision, and all the other novelties and bits which we are to receive are going to be quite separate from Activision. So, you know, some people like Activision, many people do not. We know why, because Activision is quite focused on the commercial, is frequently not really focused on the story, but more on the action element. And not everyone who loves RPGs with FPS combined always appreciates that. We know why. Alright, so, well, thank you all for coming. Let's hope we are going to have a lot of fun. I certainly shall. I did have a lot of fun already today when testing this game, so I'm quite curious to see how all of this is going to work in real time. So, first of all, we are accessing our login screen, and then we are getting these options. So you can see these options are offered on trial version. That's somewhat different to what you get when you're playing Call of Duty, obviously the full game. And anybody who had acquired this free trial can upgrade the game at any time through PlayStation Store, or indeed if you are on other platforms, you can do likewise. So let's have a look. We have here trial version, which still will be persisting for the next 5 days, or to be precise 4 days, 21 hours, 29 minutes, etc. Then we have daily tier skip awarded for first merit earned. We have Operation Absolute Zero and special orders black market tier. So I think this is cracking on here within the gameplay. We have this character, so if we are to look at the character, we'll just very quickly have a look. I'll click on the character and we have all these different options, but because I have not purchased the full game, then obviously the other characters are locked. And as you could see, there are different characters in there for multiplayer and zombies, but as I'm playing the trial version, the other options are not accessible to me, so it's fairly straightforward. Armory also is locked, and custom games are locked. Field Squad, this is, I think, what we can do if we were subscribed to the full game. And here we have select playlists. On select playlists we have quads, which is basically a team of 4. Then we have duos, then we have solo, we have down but not out. We are going to be engaging with solo, which means I'm going to be doing this all by myself, and I'm playing against 100 other guys out there. It's basically your quintessential battle royale. You're out there by yourself and you have to survive. You need to be, you know, alive until the very end. I may not be succeeding many times in my quest because I still need to learn how to use the controls, and maybe also how to be exchanging weapons or chucking grenades and all of this. It'll take me a bit of time, but in terms of stealth and the tactics, I'm quite clued up on that. So we'll have to see. In fact, I, in my previous missions today, was able to get to the last 10 with ease. And, you know, I think this is probably going to be happening again during this gameplay. But obviously, if anybody knows how some of the controls work, particularly when it comes to swimming, jumping, or diving, or any other bits and pieces, for instance, exchange of weapons, then obviously tell me straight away, and that will be of very great assistance. And that will obviously help anybody else who's learning how to play Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout. So there it is. We have solo, we have deployment, and we're now ready to crack on. So, shall we do that? As you can see, once you press deploy, we are being then left for deployment, and the game searches the best people for us to join. Evidently, most of them will have the same skill level as ourselves. Well, we hope. Otherwise, it will be very tough to survive in that environment for anybody who's a newbie. There we are. So now we are entering the staging area. In here we can really practice a bit combat skills like that. And so it's good to run around, do a bit of boxing.
Blackout.
There we are. After practicing this for a little while, we are now deployed. And we're being dropped into this vast area. We are competing against 100 enemies. And I'm playing this solo mission, as you can see.
We're on station. Drop mission is go.
Alright, so we are going to wait a bit. Densely populated area down there. Alright. So let's try. Let's find some area where we could find some gear. So it may well be up here. Let's see. It's probably more likely to be in there. I prefer more remote spots, you know, because obviously I can be easily detected by those enemies otherwise. Okay, so very quickly we need to run in order to evade any incoming fire when you're guys.
Potential collapse detected. Relocation to indicated safe zone is advised.
And as you could see, he spotted me and I was eliminated rather quickly. So that's literally my tragic ending far too early. Never mind, we'll do it again. We also have this possibility to watch kill cam, so you can see exactly how somebody else had done it. And obviously I came directly to that very, very exposed area, so therefore there was no cover, and the other guy was basically lying in wait. That's really insignificant, and we'll just carry on. We'll go to another mission, and let's try to get some better cover from the word go. I'm just reminded of what I say in Destiny when patrolling. First of all, proceed with caution. Secondly, stay in cover. Thirdly, if approached by the enemy, run away, seek cover and hit them hard. Never panic. And fifth, always remain fully switched on. And that is applicable here as well, 100%. Legging it, rushing it, running it, basically results in what you've just seen. But you know, I'm testing the game, so it's no big deal really. We are not doing anything competitively, so it's all good fun. And indeed, very, very good for all of us to see. In fact, when you could see what I've done, you learn straight away what there is not to do. So you mustn't do what I've just done. It's just the silliest thing to do altogether. There we are, entering staging area. Let's see. Do we have anybody else to fight? Looks like that. Up here. This fella.
Blackout.
There we are.
Consider all contacts hostile. This is it. You are cleared to deploy.
Okay, so we are keeping an eye on the number of those guys. We are keeping an eye on that number of those guys jumping, because this is a drop-off zone, and obviously, as you know, we have to always get in cover as quickly as possible. Okay. I already hear some people running after me. Oh, he's in there with a weapon. Better get out.
Sit rep. Potential collapse detected. Relocation to indicated safe zone is
Well, there are some experienced guys out there, as you could see. I'm getting killed rather quickly. Never mind, we'll do it again. I just have to work out the mechanics of that drop, because I could see they were all ejecting very, very fast, and that's not the idea. The idea is to be jumping somewhere towards the edge. But then again, if anybody's followed me from the moment they jumped, I'm likely to be dead. There we are, solo deploying. I wasn't even able to get my weapon, and he was already well kitted up. So there you go. Well, what I can tell you is, what is this now? Alright, the lobby was too full by the looks of it. So we better deploy solo. Well, no wonder that everybody's there, you know. It's offered on a free trial, it's a weekend, and all of us are trying it out, so it's quite obvious that we would have many people coming in. As you can see, I'm playing Blackout trial version. Just want to thank everyone for supporting my Anthem campaign so far. It's been quite overwhelming. I had lots and lots of messages and likes and tweets and, you know, follows and that. So it's been really, really cool. And I'm just hoping that everything is going to work out, and therefore we'll do Anthem.
Get back to boot camp.
What is this? It's weird because in here I'm collecting all this bit. No more weapons. No more ammunition. Alright. Well, this is hectic. Now we are deployed.
Consider all contacts
Black
hostile.
Hawk and Chinooks.
Lifton 1-1 established on drop zone. Mission time clock is live.
We'll wait until the number drops to about 10, then we'll go. There we are, ready. Now I want to see some other remote spot. I don't want to go near this facility because I got killed in there a couple of times already. There are some houses in there, but I think. Yeah, that's right. Come on, hurry up. The best thing to do is to get in a building as quickly as possible and then close the door, because you see opening, leaving the door open indicates that somebody's there.
Sit rep. Potential collapse detected. Relocation to indicated safe zone is advised.
What was that? I didn't see. Better go in there rather quickly. Okay. Slight lag on my video for some reason. Shouldn't be. No, I still don't have my primary weapon, which is annoying. Okay, so there'll be something in here, hopefully. Okay, picked everything up, got plenty of health. But what I do need is a weapon.
Supply drop inbound.
No weapon, no. Ah, it's ridiculous. It's exactly the same. I don't want to go there.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
You can see all that action. I still have no weapon. That's too bad. Just a trailer. Ammunition. My inventory is full. I don't have anything nearby, I don't think. Well, that's really unfortunate. Come on. Oh no. I was eliminated as well. I'm not doing particularly well, I have to admit. But that's literally unfortunate. I got dropped off in that area with no weapons. Never mind, we'll do it again. That's the beauty of Battle Royale Deathmatch, you can always do it again. Okay, we'll deploy again. What better way to spend your Saturday night but by being here in a very, very warm house when you have really cold weather outside and then playing your favorite games, really testing some games, and that's what I'm doing tonight. Right, so select. What's happening now? Solo searching. I guess the other guys are still doing it. And there we are. Joining match. This has been allocated. Need to work out strategy to duck and dive. I don't know whether I can simply go into a prone position, because prone position is absolutely fundamental for PUBG, and I'm not sure whether prone position could be achieved here. I'll have a look, because when I'm standing or crouching, I'm a sitting duck basically for anyone with a sniper. But if I'm in a prone position and some in a bush, then it's a lot harder for me to be spotted. So I will see. This trial version there isn't deploying in 26. No, it looks like there's no prone position in here. Well, that's very annoying. Let's map. Okay.
Blackout.
You know, not being able to get in prone is ridiculous.
Pacify the mission area.
Well, if you guys know how to get in prone position, then tell me. Because obviously I'm not finding it at the moment. And everyone is jumping right at the beginning. I don't know why. But hey, I need to get my first weapon, because in the last 2 attempts I got nothing. Somewhere quiet. This house in there, yeah, this house in there might be good. It's a bit further out.
Potential collapse detected. Advise relocation to indicated safe zone.
Okay, we've got the first weapon. Not many bullets though. Okay, that's a lot better. Let's see, can I get... trying to work out where I can see my weapon, but what? Why is that I can't see? Oh no, I see, okay. The weapon is up there, that's clear. So by pressing the triangle I'm just switching weapons, that's good. Don't have a lot of ammunition for my... what is it? Maddox 556mm. Alright, better get some ammunition. Maybe take me out.
Sit rep. Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
So I've been here, but I want to go to the first floor, isn't there? Is there first floor not here? No. Shotgun. I don't want a shotgun. That's a better weapon. Okay. Is that the toilet or what? No. Okay, that's good. Got some telescopic sight. It is again. What about my other weapon? 9mm. What's the ammunition that I've got? 9mm, 68 rounds. That's not many. Okay. Looks like there's some action in there. Have no contact so far, but I've been there. I've not been here. I've not been to the garage. I've been to the garage. What am I talking about? Oh. So where am I? Going the wrong way. I think.
Net call. Supply drop incoming.
Well, the most important thing is I got my weapon, I'm equipped, and hopefully that is going to do the job. I thought I was going the right way rather than the wrong way.
Be advised, further collapse expected. Relocate to safe zone.
Oh, there. Okay. Okay. Right, so it's not too bad.
Sit rep. Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
Okay, it's not too bad and well positioned. Could well be just sitting in here for a little while. Best to be here, I think. You can see.
Supply drop inbound.
Well, I guess one of the best ways of doing it is just by looking around and listening. So you could see it all looks very quiet because I think other guys, about 30 of them, are well hidden. There he was driving a car. See him? 120 meters. 150 meters or so. 12 o'clock he was. We don't have to go anywhere at the moment, I don't think. We can just keep. We can obviously fire at him, but that's not really our priority. Our priority is being hidden and also, most important, being alive. He got contact in there.
Further collapse expected. Travel to indicated safe zone.
I don't see him. He's driving up there. There's one in there. No, that's not it. Quickly get to that tree. Ah, there will be some guys in the house for sure. probably where the final destination is. Well, possibly, maybe not. We'll see.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
Eighteen left in the arena. I'm positioned quite well, so I don't have to worry too much. "400 meters ahead is this house. 12 o'clock, as you could see. Don't know how this compass works. It's a bit funny. Oh, I see. It's got the same kind of bearings as you would on your proper compass, but you just turn it around. I'm gonna watch out. Whoops! He sniped at me and I'm dead. I want to see where he came from, so I will watch that kill cam. I see. So he came from behind. But I didn't hear him. I didn't hear him, so that was a serious thumbs down. Okay, number 16. What did I get? I'm a specialist. Ultra Zero, new multiplayer specialist, also available as playable character in Blackout. Alright, so I did get to tier 1, so that's good. Look at the score. L2 kills damage, 10 game average, merits earned. Next cyclone to tier 2. Alright, looking good. Cool. Next. Solo deploy. Well, I survived. I was now down to the last 20, so that's not too bad. But literally the key is to get the weapon as soon as possible and then stay in cover and do it stealthily. That's the idea with any of those Battle Royale games. But I'm surprised that I've not heard him, because he was coming from behind and he was running. It's possible that I've not heard him because of that car. The car was noisy. I had a good position though. It was a good position. But as you could see, the guy that killed me was doing the strategy which is basically called following the blue line, you know, and he basically was simply staying within the edge. The edge zone is where you get the blue line, the blue circle. And then when the circle starts decreasing, he's just legging it ahead of the circle, which means he's always coming from behind. It's a good strategy for Battle Royale, and it's very important that you are as fast as possible and very alert, because later on in the game, later on in the mission, what you get is the circle starts decreasing rapidly, and then you're being left behind. so you have to time it correctly, but it's a good strategy. And the vast majority of people winning it in PUBG are doing exactly that. They're always on the edge, and then they're coming fast right at the end, towards the final destination. I'm always waiting until the last few. There we are. So therefore we'll go, let's see, somewhere isolated. Okay. So this is good. We want to go in there. Okay. Quickly we need to pick up some... Oh no, he got me. He watched. That's too bad. That's dreadful. Kill cam I want to see. Where was he? He got there before me. I have to remember, I just completely forgot. The areas with a lot of weapons, you know, with can't even talk properly anymore. The areas with lots of weapons are basically not the ones to approach, because obviously other guys are going to be legging it to get there, and therefore we are going to be killed rather easy. As you could see, every time we had, what is that, 3 or 4 missions. As soon as I got my weapon, stayed in cover, everything was hunky-dory. But at the beginning, it was all depending on my drop point. I think Call of Duty is air conditioning my brain as well, so I can't talk. That's really too bad. Too bad, too bad. Let me see what I look like on my Twitter, on my Twitch, because I can see that it's very quiet. I hardly had anybody coming in but a couple of other community members, so I'm wondering as to why that is. I'm wondering whether this is to do with the fact that don't fancy doing anything at the moment in there. Let's see what... No, that's not it.
At your pleasure. An encounter with El Hijo de Mexico only ever ends one way.
Blackout. Pacify the mission area.
So we are being deployed.
We're above the mission area. Go, go, go.
trying to get to a place where maybe some weapons, some place which is semi-hidden. This definitely wasn't a good one. There's nothing in here. Sekapupu is here. Hello, how are you doing? Good to see you. Long time no see. I'm doing the test stream of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout tonight. So it's a bit different than usual.
Potential collapse detected. Advise relocation to indicated safe zone.
It's a bug not allowing me to pick up. There's someone else in there. Come on, pick up the weapon. Didn't get him, I don't think. He got away. Okay, this is quite a good place actually. Right, we quickly need to go to this other cabin to see whether... Or he might have been picking up something and just left all these doors open. He wasn't here, I don't think. Probably spotted me. Okay. Aladdin's Cave. That's good.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
Okay. So where are we? Let's see, where are we? They got it. For whatever reason I can't see myself in there at the moment. I do need to see where I'm going. So the marker... that's not it. Sekapupu says, I'm going to sleep. Well, thank you for coming and thank you for rejoining my community, for being here, and I wish you a very good night. So have a good night, and let's catch up soon, perhaps during one of my daily streams, daytime streams, I should say, I beg your pardon. Well, well, this was not particularly good. I did not see myself on the map. I'm running as fast as I can, but the line is faster. It's much faster than in PUBG. And I'm probably going to die.
Net call. Supply drop incoming.
So, inventory. Ah, that's it. Again, my error, but I didn't see myself on the map. I looked for myself, I couldn't see it anywhere. Must have been a glitch. So not particularly good. I was not down to the last 20, which is usually my target. Eliminated early. But I couldn't see myself on the map, so I didn't know where I was. Therefore, the line caught me. It's good to see Sekapupu in here. Tonight I'm not doing my usual Destiny stream. I may do actually Destiny later on. We'll see how this goes. But, you know, we'll see. I'm testing Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout, as it is available for about a week for free on PlayStation, and we can just test it and then we can buy it indeed if we like what we see. So this is a taster both for myself and also for my community members and all other viewers. If you're interested, have a look. So far, not particularly good. Just getting to know the game and basically learning some of the commands and bits. Need to work out how to use the inventory without actually getting into options. There must be a way, but I didn't learn that yet. Oh, I get it. That's like a tutorial. It's not particularly good. I just find it strange that there is no prone position, because, you know, prone position is so important in Battle Royale. Without it, it's just complete nonsense. When you get used to it in PUBG, you always want to be in prone wherever you are, whenever you are. In this instance, we are not getting it, so that's a bit ridiculous, isn't it? We are going to be deployed shortly, so stand by. And I have to make sure
Blackout.
that I'm not being caught out by the blue line. Well, the first impression is that it's not as good as PUBG.
Drop clearance received.
Spotted
Look
some
up and head out.
elements in the game already, but enjoyable so far, as to be said. No major concerns really, it's just that I can't get into the prone position, and also I can see that the map didn't work as it should. Maybe that's because this is a trial edition. There's a possibility, but not 100% sure. Some contact in the area.
Potential collapse detected. Advise relocation to indicated safe zone.
Okay. Well, you know, you learn as you go along, that's the idea. Just can't open it. That's also a bit silly, you know, look at that. Okay. Uzi we got, so that's good. Any more ammunition in there? None so far. Just a weapon I got. Oh, zigzagger. I thought it was a Uzi, but never mind, it's also good. Let's double check if there's any. Oh, there is, yeah. So when we got to the options menu, and then quick equip first aid. I see. So that's what's that? I didn't get it. Hang on.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
So where am I now? Do I see myself or not? No, I don't see a thing.
Net call. Supply drop incoming.
Right, so why is it I can't see myself in there? Finally I can. Right. So what we're going to do is we are going to put the... Okay. I don't need to go anywhere much, but... There. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's probably the best direction I can take. Turn to the left. Ah, no. He was following me. It didn't work out how to use that medikit, which is annoying. I think I need to do that next. Alright. We are learning as we are going along, obviously. No big deal, really. You have to bear with me. I need to go to the toilet and I'll be back literally in a moment. Alright, my friends, I'm back, and we are going to be continuing with our Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout tests. So far, a bit unsatisfactory. It's only once I got down to the last 20, otherwise I've been eliminated halfway through. It's very similar to PUBG, I have to say. The only difference there is that I couldn't find prone position, and that I find to be definitely a very serious minus. And also I find the shrinking circle, the blue circle, to be very, very fast, and it keeps happening without major warning. As you know, in PUBG, it starts slowly, and then towards the end, when you have just a few guys left, it gets really much faster. So that these are the first two observations. Otherwise, very, very similar. Also very similar graphics-wise.
Hey, Blackout. Hi.
There we are, already coming in. Another deployment.
Eliminate all opposition.
Lifter 1-1 established on drop zone. Mission time clock is live.
So one of the strategies I use is to be dropping off right at the end and then chasing the circle. So I'm usually waiting to the point when we get down to 10. So let's see if we've got the last 10 now. And therefore I'll be looking for some remote spots to get some weapons. Not one of those big ones, because obviously they attract a lot more attention. Hopefully we are not going to be intercepted there. Well, hopes he.
Potential collapse detected. Advise relocation to indicated safe zone.
Literally just parked that side of this building. I still don't have my weapon. No, they're not inside the house. So that is at least something. Outside of the building. It is a big building though, but no weapons in house. That's dreadful. What's this? Armor. But I need a pistol. Otherwise I can't do a thing. No. Get out. Somebody is having a good time out there. But
circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
Where am I? Come, not
Net call. Supply drop incoming.
I'm well positioned. That's not particularly good, is it? Might be other people in there. to get in? Well, is there a weapon? Well, lots of glitches. He killed me, and he had the weapon, and I had nothing. Well, again, not particularly good. We'll carry on with another mission. Very quiet, so I think my community members are not interested in watching Call of Duty, by the looks of it. But then again, it's Saturday night, so maybe people are out. Just to give it a few more minutes, and then maybe we'll go back to Destiny, or maybe we'll do Resident Evil, I don't know. I'm in two minds, really. I'd like to try Resident Evil to see what it's like. But then on the other hand, I may not be paying the service. Really to my dedicated community members, and so possibly we'll do that then. We'll go back to Destiny and play Destiny 1, that is. Lots of patrols to do today. And, big maze with all kinds of bits in there. Why is it that I cannot pick up weapon earlier? Why is there just so many buildings in there, nothing in them? That is the question.
Blackout.
Blackout, indeed.
Training time's over. Go to work.
Opening bay doors. Exit when ready. Hurricane 2-3 following mission deployment path.
Damn, look at that. Lots of Chinooks. Laggy.
Sit rep. Potential collapse detected. Relocation to indicated safe zone is advised.
Okay, no weapons. No, there's a weapon finally here, which I want. Okay, so that's good. We've got this weapon. But where are we? Okay, we're not bad. We're not bad. We are not bad. Been there already. What I do like about it is this sort of very smooth motion that the lead character has. It's very good. It's literally quite good. What is this now? Got two weapons, right? Yeah, I want that.
Sit rep. Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
Okay, I need to go there. Right. Okay. I'm well positioned, so I don't need to worry too much about that. So if I want to use first aid, what do I need to do? Hold what? Hold.
Supply drop inbound. Be advised. Further collapse expected. Relocate to safe zone.
Yeah, the other guy is just out there. There. Yeah, I'm still struggling with some of those controls, you know, trying to work out how they work and getting on grips with them, really. Right, so we'll think of some different strategy. Maybe we are going to be a bit faster, but you know, it's just literally part and parcel of this learning process because I've not played Blackout before, and I can see it's both similar and different to PUBG. It has a very different selection of controls, you know, to change weapons and to use health and all other bits and pieces, you know, to do with kit and gear. But what is annoying is that it does not have prone position. I don't like that because I love prone position. It really helps when you're hiding, when you're playing stealthy, and in here you're either crouching or standing or kneeling. That's not really ideal. Well, trial version, so all good. No shillings and pence spent. But I, you know, like it so far. And I think it can be certainly made very enjoyable once the basics are mastered. Then we can really have a lot of fun. Joining match. We'll do one more mission and then we'll go to our Destiny broadcast, I think.
I have fought bears more scary than you. There is stuff on floor. Copy that. Move it.
Blackout. Pacify the missionaries.
That's it. You're cleared to deploy.
Again, the Black Hawks and Chinooks dropping us off to various destinations here on the map. And as you've seen, I'm usually waiting until the last 10. There we are, that's it. Jumping, looking for remote spots in order to find weapons and kits. We'll go down here.
Potential collapse detected. Advise relocation to indicated safe zone.
Okay, that's really good. Okay, so that's pretty good. Better close that door and get out of here. You probably would have seen me by now. No, this is not a particularly good cover. Where am I? Why is this thing not showing my position?
Sit rep. Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
Okay, so marked on the map so I can see it better now. In fact, I can't. That's a glitch, isn't it? Correct me if I'm mistaken, but I cannot see my position in there. Nah. Somebody was there already, but I didn't bring this.
Supply drop inbound.
I can see that the reason for that is that this silly game is not showing where I am on the map. And now I can see myself. Lost course again. Ah, see what I've done wrong. I didn't really run because the circle killed me already. I couldn't get in quick enough. No way you can run that fast. Outside collapse had eliminated me by the looks of it. Leave. Well, my dear friends, as you could see, I've been testing Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout mode, and I didn't have much joy. Lots of challenges in here. They included me needing to master those controls, and then also there were some problems with the map. I couldn't see myself on the map, and therefore the blue line caught me several times. So, you know, we had some fun. It wasn't particularly enjoyable because the strategy which I used was identical to what I have in PUBG, but I can tell you that so far it did not work at all, and I need to really consider what to do. Perhaps I'll try it offline a bit, and then we'll see what can be done. Obviously the trial period is still lasting for 5 days, so I'll have plenty of time to test it. But on that note, I would just invite you to my usual Destiny broadcast, which is to follow straight away. And I would like to thank you for coming, for watching, for being with us tonight, also for enjoying a bit of Call of Duty test mode, which is what we were doing. And as I said, we are going to be having some other games tested, inclusive of Resident Evil 2 Remake, and maybe a few other ones which are offered on demos. One of the big ones to come out, obviously, is Anthem. We'll play the VIP demo as soon as it comes out, and indeed we are looking forward to that very much indeed. So I wish you all a very, very good night, hoping that you will join us for our Destiny broadcast, which will commence immediately. I'm also hoping that you've had a very good Saturday and you enjoyed all those games which you love playing every single day. I wish you all a very, very good night.